Dr. Jekyll here from Hyde&Jekyll. Been getting asked a lot, how do we have a complicated setup the way we do? It's a 3 PC setup. How do we get the multi-stream and like how do we get all of our screens on one scene for you guys to see visually, audio, the whole nine? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break everything down for you guys. It's actually a lot easier than you think, but there is some complicated steps, and I'm here to make it easy for you. I'm gonna start off with everything that we have in our entire setup as you see in the room here. It looks like a lot, but I promise you, it's not that bad. So, first of all, let's start off the main goose egg in the room. We have 3 PCs, okay? Now, there's a lot of videos that show you a 2 PC setup. There's a lot of videos that maybe even show you just like your 1 PC and you have multiple monitors, all that type of jazz. And 2 PCs is probably where I would say 90% of streamers are kind of at, because they're solo streaming and they have their gaming PC and they have their stream PC. Well, we have it a little bit harder because we have 2 game PCs and 1 stream PC. So, first of all, like I said, you have 3 PCs. And we'll break that down to 1 stream PC, 2 gaming PCs. Then we have 2 capture cards. Honestly, I don't really care for which capture cards. I mean, there's a lot of great capture cards out there nowadays. We use Elgato's 4KS. There's, you know, Aver Media makes one. I mean, there's so many. Honestly, use whichever ones that you find great quality for the budget that they are. That's what I always recommend when it comes to the capture cards. Next, we're going to talk about auxiliary cables here. Okay, so this is probably one of the more complicated parts. And in step 2, when we actually break down the way that software works and the way audio works on the computers, that is where these will definitely come in handy. But on the back of your PC, you're going to have on your motherboard, you're going to have a line in and a line out. Most motherboards actually have like 5 different lines. You have, you know, headphones, line in, line out, microphone, and then another auxiliary jack, but it's completely really useless unless you're going with a surround sound setup. So this is just a regular auxiliary cable, okay? It's 2 male ends, as you see. You're gonna need 4 of these bad boys, okay? And that is because of the way that would be broken down, because you have to have a line in from the stream PC to the line out of both gaming PCs, and then also line in from both gaming PCs to the line out of the stream PC. You are going to need 4 ground loop isolators. Now what these do is these will eliminate any of the static noise that you're going to have when you are actually setting up and you're connecting. So when you would be connecting to the line in ports of any of the PCs, you put your auxiliary cable into there, and then this is what goes into the line in instead of just the raw auxiliary cable. This will take away any of that like frequency imbalance, because what happens is both PCs aren't on the same frequency wave, and so you'll have like a static noise. You'll have and you don't want to hear that. It's terrible. It's absolutely fucking terrible. You don't want to hear that. This eliminates that for you. Like I said, once again, that'll be more broken down into part 2 there. Then what you're going to need, what we use, okay, is we have a soundboard. We have the RØDECASTER Pro 2. You do not need that expensive of a soundboard. Honestly, we started out with a cheap, like $60, $80, I think it was a Behringer soundboard. I forget honestly which one it was. And it worked great. Honestly, it really did. It worked fantastic. And for the price value, if you don't need anything crazy, that's what I would start with. Then obviously we have our 2 microphones that we utilize. We have the Beacns mics. We do have 2 mixers. So besides the soundboard, which is in the stream PC, we do have 2 audio mixers for ourselves. So we use the Beacns Mix Creates. Love them. The really nice thing with the Beacns Mix Creates is the way that we have it designed is that they're into both of our gaming PCs, and we can actually then hit either the mute or the unmute to transmit our audio that we want stream to hear that goes to the stream PC. Now there is a bunch of other audio mixers you could use, and do you really need that as a, do you even need an audio mixer? No, you don't, but I would recommend it. The only reason I recommend it is because if you don't have an audio mixer, then all sound is always going to be heard, and you don't always want all sound to be heard, especially when you have two gaming PCs going to one stream PC. You're just going to have so much audio. You're just going to sound like you're at like a carnival or like a festival, and you really don't know what the fuck's going on, and your entire community and chat is just going to be sitting there with the whole, you know, Patrick look of, yeah, sure thing. I have no idea what I'm listening or hearing. Great. You don't want that. Other than that, I mean, those are the main things that we do have. We do have 2 stream decks as well. Now, once again, are they necessary? Not really, but I will say they do help because obviously you can change scenes with the 2 stream decks. You can also add a lot of other features into the stream decks, whether it's controlling lights. As you see, we have a bunch of lights around here. So if you wanted to use that to control lights, you can. So those are big ones. Don't forget, we do have cameras as well. We technically have 3 cameras in our setup. So we have 3 Elgato Facecams. Now, personally, I don't recommend the Elgato Facecams. And I'm nowhere near sponsored for any of this. I will say, though, if I had a choice for you guys on which ones to go with OBSBot. They're just a better quality, better software, and they don't use so much bandwidth. Elgato's Facecams use so much fucking bandwidth to actually get a picture from. It's terrible. It is honestly terrible. I don't recommend Elgato's Facecams. That's just me personally. Even if you put them, because you can go into their settings and put them on like isochronous and all that, to just make sure that they're utilizing the bandwidth just for the audio or for the video. It's still dog shit in my opinion. I don't recommend it. So if I had a choice, I'd be going with OBSBot. They have just came out of the market swinging lately, so I would definitely use them. And I think that is pretty much going to wrap everything up on as far as all of the materials that we use. So quick rundown now. We have the mixers are connected to our game PCs. You have the soundboard, which is into the stream PC. Now, once again, we're going to go over this real quick. The auxiliary cables, okay? Your auxiliary cable, when it's going to the line in port, you're going to have these lovely little ground loop isolators, okay? Because line in is what's going to be hearing on your PC. Then this is going to get connected to the line out. So if this is going to my line in on the stream PC, this is going to go to my line out on one of the gaming PCs. And then what you would be having is a splitter on your stream PC, because there's going to be 2 lines coming in to your stream PC because of obviously 2 gaming PCs. So the splitter, one game PC here, and then the other game PC would be over here with the line, with the auxiliary or the ground loop isolator. And then you would have another splitter. If you're not utilizing a soundboard, you would have another one of these splitters from the line out of the stream PC to send then both audios out to both gaming PCs. And it would then be just this going into each gaming PC. You would have a line like this into one gaming PC and another line like this with the ground loop isolator going into the other gaming PC. Stream decks are both connected to the stream PC. So that way you can control, obviously, all your scenes and any type of visuals that you have, whether it's lights, cameras, things like that. If you want to, because like Elgato, you can go in there and have like a zoom in feature and all that now. So once again, stream decks to the stream PC. Cameras, they go directly to the stream PC. So the cameras are going to go straight into the USB ports on the stream PC. I will say, if you are doing this, make sure you have a lot of USB ports on your stream PC. I would also recommend, if you need to, you can buy an extra PCIe USB adapter. It just goes in like a graphics card would. You can put that right into, it's like a USB hub. It's just a powered USB hub that just goes directly into your PCIe. It would go right underneath your graphics card in your computer in your stream PC. And that would give you a lot more options for USB power. Depending if you don't have all those extra add-ons, like you just have your 2 cameras, you don't have a 3rd camera, like we have one that overlooks everything. Do you probably need it? Probably not. But it's just something, and they're pretty cheap, honestly. You can get like a pretty good one for like 40 bucks on Amazon. The soundboard, I don't know if I said soundboard. Soundboard goes directly into the stream PC. And then other than that, it then comes down to messing with software and messing with audio configuration, which is probably the more confusing part. And that's why that's going to be a whole separate video, because that we actually have to get into the nitty-gritty software and all that, and we can break down even more of how the entire setup works. But this was just a quick rundown of everything on how everything works. I'll have links of every type of product that we do use and how many of each product that we do use in the description of this video. So if this helps, definitely appreciate it, and you're welcome, because we've been getting asked a lot for this. So thank you for, everybody asking about it, because now I can actually make the video for you guys. And any questions, please feel free to message in the video. I'll try and get a quick answer to everybody. If this helped you out, please hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget, if you have any real questions while we're live, you can come over to kick.com/Hyde&Jekyll and just ask there, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you do have. Other than that, everybody have a great night.